the number of positive charges on the ion is equal to the number of negative charges, and thus the solution is an electrolytic equilibrium. What is the equilibrium? If you remember, हमने physics में पढ़ा था. Okay, what anti-clockwise moment is equal to clockwise moment, stable equilibrium, if you remember. So what they are saying, positive charge and negative charge, they are equal. So hence the solution is always remaining in electrolytic equilibrium. Okay. Characteristic of electrolysis. Passage of electrolysis, passage of electricity through an electrolyte causes the ion cations to migrate towards the cathode and non-metallic ions, that is anion, to migrate towards the anode. We've already studied. Okay. Now preferential discharge. This is very important. Okay. Whoever has completed this chapter, I'll be asking some questions. Now I want to see whether you have understood them. Now, for example, there are two anions coming out. Okay. One is sulfate ion and one is hydroxyl ion. Which ion will be getting discharged and where? I'm talking about sulfate ion, that is SO4, and hydroxyl ion, that is OH minus. Which ion will get discharged and where?
वो ऑक्सीडाइज हो सकता है.
So there are two anions, that is sulfate ion, that is SO4 2 minus, and second one is hydroxyl ion, that is OH1 minus. Now both are what? Anions, and they are supposed to get discharged on anode only. But there is something called preferential discharge. Now this preferential, if you remember this line, preferential discharge is because of electrochemical series. Now let's understand the electrochemical series. This I'll explain little later, but I need to explain you what is the preferential. Okay. Now there is a sulfate anion and there is hydroxyl ion. Now according to electrochemical series, okay, hydroxyl anion is very like it is a very easy. So it is, so according to the electrochemical series, okay. So if you have two anions in the solution, SO4 2 minus and OH1 minus, okay. So OH1 minus will get discharged easily. Okay. So if you see, discharge with most difficulty, discharge most easily. So OH is able to release its electron to the anode. मैंने आपको पहले ही बोला था, जैसे क्लोरीन. क्लोरीन क्या है? क्लोरीन is 1 minus, that means it is having excess electron. Okay, it is having excess electron. So it wants to give away that electron and it wants to become neutral. So in this case, the sulfate anion, it cannot give that electron easily. It is not able to discharge that electron easily. Whereas hydroxyl ion is donating, or it is giving away that electron easily to anode. So you need to remember this series. So the most difficult one is sulfate. So if they ask you कि sulfate या nitrate anion, which will get discharged most easily, you will be saying nitrate anion because it is in the lower. तो सल्फेट और OH माइनस के बीच में क्या बोलोगे? OH. What about chlorine, bromine, iodine? So chlorine, bromine and iodine, it is having like little more difficult than OH minus. OH minus is so easily, it can just give away one electron very easily. ठीक है, समझ में आया ये आपको? Okay. Now, so this is regarding anion. What about cation? इलेक्ट्रोकेमिकल सीरीज है. इफ यू रिमेंबर, मैंने बताया था, कमल कैन नेवर मग ऑल जिंक फेरस प्रॉपर्टीज, हाउ कुड ही अगेन. तो पोटेशियम के बाद कैल्शियम, देन सोडियम. So if there are two cations roaming in the solution, okay, like silver और potassium. तो सबसे easily कौन discharge होगा? Which will accept the electron. हाँ, which will accept. Discharge का मतलब क्या होता है? It is accepting the electron from cathode. Now cation is a deficient of electron, so it will try to accept the electron from the cathode and it will get deposited on the cathode. मैंने आपको थोड़ी देर पहले यही बोला that cathode will become big. Cathode will become big क्योंकि deposition will start happening. So if there are two cations roaming, the silver will try to accept the electron from the cathode and silver will get deposited rather than potassium. समझ में आया? तो इलेक्ट्रोकेमिकल सीरीज में जो सबसे नीचे होता है that will get deposited very easily or you can say discharged easily. So these are called preferential what? Discharge. Preferential हो रहा है ना, it is according to the electrochemical series. तो क्वेश्चन आता है कि लेड और कॉपर दोनों घूम रहे हैं, ओके, तो कौन सा डिपॉजिट होगा? कॉपर. इफ यू सी whichever metal is below hydrogen, actually they get very easily deposited. अभी कॉपर और सिल्वर बोला तो of course silver. Okay, so in this chapter actually we are studying this only. We are not studying what is the difference between strong electrolyte and weak electrolyte. They don't ask you such type of questions. Yes, they may ask you only for 1 mark, but this is very important. Okay, so we have studied this preferential discharge of the ion is depending on the position in the electrochemical series. I hope I explained you what is the meaning of this line. So number of electrons gained by anode is same as number of electrons donated by the cathode. So I told you that what will happen, the hydroxyl ion will be depositing its electron to the anode and that electron will be flowing through the circuit and it will come to the cathode and cathode will be negative. Okay, so what will happen, the cathode is going to give away the electron and the sodium is going to get deposited or silver is going to get deposited. So normally the number of electrons, the deposition and gained and donated are same, therefore it is remaining in equilibrium. Okay, so always remember, okay, Harshil, only hydrogen gas and metals are liberated at cathode. So please don't ever say that any sulfate ion, oxygen gas, chlorine gas, okay, not these gases, like all non-metallic gases, they are going to be liberated only at anode. ठीक है, non-metallic gas या non-metals.
नहीं, मुझे
What
लगा
about? हाँ, it's okay. You'll remember this now. Only hydrogen gas and metals like sodium, potassium, silver, copper, all these are going to be liberated at cathode or deposited at cathode. Now we have already studied this term called dissociation. Now dissociation happens only in ionic compound, yeah, electrovalent compound. Ionic or electrovalent is same. Okay, and how can this dissociation happen? Because of passage of electric current. So if you notice, I had already told you before also, dissociation means separation of ions. Okay, because the ions are already present. आप कुछ बनाते नहीं हो ions, you are just trying to separate it out. What about ionization? Ionization happens only in covalent compound. You are actually creating the ions. आप वहां पे प्लस और माइनस बनाते हो, because HCl is a molecule, they are not in ionic state, and HCl becomes H plus and Cl minus. Okay, ionization can also involve atoms changing into ions. Okay, जैसे मैग्नीशियम, मैग्नीशियम चुपचाप बैठा हुआ है एज एन एटम, अब उसको मेरे को कैटायन बनाना है. So if you are trying to make something as a cation, that is also ionization process. या किसी को anion, but basically a neutral thing is trying to convert itself to ion. That is also an ionization process. dissociation happens in compound. दो चीज लगी हुई है, दोनों को separate कर रहे हो, that's called dissociation. Okay. Now electrolytic dissociation of ionic compound NaCl, we'll just do this and we'll stop it. This is a very important thing because they ask you a lot of give reasons from this place. Now they ask you solid sodium chloride is non-electrolyte. Why? Because it does not have free ions. Because non-electrolyte does not have free ions, therefore it is not allowing any electricity to pass. Okay, and it can dissociate only in molten and aqueous. So molten and aqueous, they can conduct electricity. Okay, why the ions are not free? That also you need to write, because they have strong electrostatic force of attraction. Therefore, solid state compound is a bad conductor, because you need free ions essential for conducting an electricity. Now, how do you make it molten? By heating. So when you heat this NaCl, what will happen? The electrostatic force of attraction will get weakened and ions will get some kinetic energy. Kinetic energy means they will be getting some momentum. And what will happen? The bond will break and the free ions will be discharged. Therefore, you can conduct electricity. Okay, so they can ask you, how does a molten state they can form, like they can conduct electricity? Then you have to say that they can be like, you know, when you heat it, they can break the bond and therefore the free ions are released. Therefore, it is a good conductor of electricity. What about aqueous solution state? Now, water is a polar solvent. Okay. This is very important and very difficult to understand also. Now, hydrogen and oxygen. Now, in water, we have hydrogen as well as oxygen. Hydrogen is going to have a slight positive charge, okay? And oxygen is having slight negative charge. Now, this is not a pure water or anything, okay? So, what will happen? Sodium chloride, okay? When it dissolves in water, it dissociates into Na+1 and chlorine L-. Now, how this happened? We need to understand the reason. Okay. Now, negative charge oxygen atom, okay, it exerts a pull on positively charged sodium ion. So now what will happen? It is trying to break the bond. So NaCl is actually having what? A great strong electrostatic force of attraction. तो ऑक्सीजन क्या करता है, दैट इज अ नेगेटिव चार्ज, इट विल ट्राई टू पुल सोडियम टुवर्ड्स इटसेल्फ, तो वैसे खींच ले रहा है. सिमिलरली हाइड्रोजन विल ट्राई टू पुल द क्लोराइड आयन. So because of this, what will happen? Sodium and chloride ions will become free. So once you have free ions, you can actually have electrolysis process. Did you understand this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, any doubt in this?